Before you access the generic form, there will be some information here for you to read. You will also want to follow along with the guide for additional information to know about as you fill in your forms. Keep in mind that you do not have to complete the entire form in one sitting. You can save the information and come back to it again at a later date. I also want to point out that you should ignore these instructions here, which refer to printing the pages of the form. You do not need to do this since a copy of the completed application can be downloaded by the primary sponsor after the application has been submitted. Before you begin, you will want to have the refugees' documents ready to refer to for the principal applicant and their dependents if they are available. Next, let's take a look at filling in the generic application form online. When this form opens, you will see that there is a new menu system displayed, which shows you each section of the online form that you will need to complete. I also want to point out that the system will not let you jump to a particular section directly. So unfortunately, each time you open this form, you must move through each section in order, one by one. Under the first section, you will enter in application details. If you recall, I mentioned that the information you entered in the principal applicant's profile page will be used to auto-populate the online application forms. So you will notice that you are unable to click on the language of correspondence because that was selected already in the principal applicant's profile page. So you would need to go back there again if you wanted to change this drop-down option. As mentioned previously, you should read the guide to see if there are specific instructions for each field that you need to complete. Keep in mind that this instruction guide was originally designed to provide instructions for filling out the PDF version of the forms, so the question numbers do not correspond to the online version of the form. However, the instructions provided can help you to know what needs to be entered for a similar question in the online form. So when reading the guide, you can skip the first 3 items since they do not apply to the online form. In the next section in the guide, it refers to the language preferences. So read the sentences that apply to the interview and interpreter requested options, which you would need to select in the online form. The last question on this page is related to where the principal applicant intends to live. And again, read the specific instructions found in the guide for this response and click on the button to continue to the next section of the online form.